This chart I'm about to show you, it really scares me because, don't want to laugh, because it spills, it kind of shows how devastating of a crash we could seriously have with Bitcoin. And I need you to understand what I'm looking at. Welcome back to cryptogains. If it sounds interesting, stick around. Take 5 minutes out your life, stick around. I'm looking at Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, and I'm just simply looking at this chart, trying to find divergences. And Bitcoin, and again, not financial advice, do what you want to do. This is going to take time for it to play out. Just want to put that out there. But Bitcoin seems to be forming something which we call a bearish divergence, where you have price action make a high, a higher high, a higher high, a higher high, and even here we formed a new higher high, right? So we're making higher highs, and then on the RSI, which would be this down here, we are forming lower lows, and we've been doing this for the last 11 years or 12 years, something like that. I think it's 11 years, because if you go right back from here, which was Friday the 1st of November 2013, 10 years from that makes it 2023, so yeah, 11 years. From this moment here, like, even if I just draw a horizontal dotted line, you can see here, like, I've just drawn this green dotted line. Let's take a look, because if you look at this, we haven't been this high for, sorry, let me just bring it up a bit, the RSI here, let me just bring it up a bit more. We've never been this high in the RSI. This was the highest we'd been back in, and I'm using this pinpoint right here, right, if you look on the screen. Because the second time round, you can see we were clearly underneath it, right? Look here, this was the second time round. This was the first time round, which matches the top in 2013. This was the second time round, which matched the top in 2017, 2018. Well, yeah. And then this was the third time round, which was the last cycle that we had. Look at this, that was the top. This was the last RSI indicator, right? So we've been forming lower highs on the indicator whilst the price has been going higher and higher and higher. This is a serious thing, and I want you guys to really take this serious, yeah? Like, I can laugh about, but it's a serious thing. And right now, unless we see Bitcoin come up and make this RSI reverse and come up like this, and then maybe, make a new higher than the last one, guys, we might have a serious flipping problem. Like, seriously, a big flipping problem. Let me show you what a divergences look like, right? So you have bullish divergences, which means where it can turn out for the good, where price can go up, and you can see it on these indicators here. So for example, the blue lines that you see is price action, and then the red lines would be the indicators that we use, in my case, which is the RSI. So if it was bullish, you would see price action fall down, come up, make a lower low. And whilst that's doing that, the indicators are coming, making higher lows, higher low, higher low. Now we're focusing on the bearish divergence, which is where you see price action make a high and then another high, right? And we go back to that chart again. Where was it? See, like high and then another high and then another high. And whilst it's doing that, it's creating lower lows on the indicators. Low, lower low, and so forth. And that's what you're seeing right here. Low, a lower low, another lower low, and another lower low, right? And because this is on such a wide time frame, the monthly time frame, it really could be devastating. This could probably push Bitcoin down to $3,000. And it sounds absolutely crazy to hear that. I know it sounds absolutely crazy. And then I say to myself, what could happen that could be so devastating in this world that collapses the entire market? Because usually there's like a news narrative that goes with it, right? So you got two types of people. You've got people that read the charts and they just basically go on the history of the charts, what happened in the past, which is what I'm doing here. And then you have the people that say, oh, but there's got to be a narrative to it. Now, if this happens, right, and for some strange reason in the future, like I said, this isn't going to play out quick. It could take a couple of years. But in the future, if we start seeing Bitcoin's price come down like this, we could seriously come right down. What's going to happen to the news? What's the news going to say if we end up coming down to somewhere around where it went, right back here? Because that would shock a lot of people. It flipping shocked me. How long do we have until that happens? I don't know. I just wanted to put it on your radar. This is a serious one. Like this one, you must pay attention. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. This is what the charts are showing you. It's the facts in the charts. It's showing a bearish divergence where price is going higher, higher and higher, and the indicator, the RSI, is forming lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So in order for this to spin around, we have to see it change. We need to see this RSI on this, this next leg. If we can get another leg up, it has to come higher than its last one to avoid it, make it void, non-void, yeah. Because if we do something like this now, let's say this indicator, I'm just focus down here now. Let's say this indicator does come up, and we do start to see Bitcoin's price come up. Altcoins are going crazy again. But what if it just gets to something like here, and then it falls down? It's just created another lower low, and this is the problem that we're having: low, lower low, and it's going to continuously keep creating lower lows, just like that. And if Bitcoin comes up, if Bitcoin comes up and makes another high, the more that this happens, the more devastating it will be in the future, because it's forming a larger divergence, which means the volatile swing that's going to happen, the sell-off, it's going to be a mad one. So you have to be so prepared to seriously consider taking profits if or when this happens. Yeah? Take this information any way you want. You don't have to agree with it. I don't care if you do, you don't. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing in the charts. I do not want this to play out. I want to see it break above this last one. And actually what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to come back to this video because it's important. If you don't want to miss it, stick around, like and subscribe. You have to see this. This orange line, actually no, this green line that I just drew, because I used the orange line for something else. I'm going to bring this down. We have to get above this green line with the RSI right there. And right now, the RSI, the normal RSI, relative strength index, is right down here. So we need to hit this. We have to go above the green. It has to come above. So if we can get some bullish momentum, see Bitcoin's come up, price come up, come above, we're laughing. Even if it just peaks a little bit, we're laughing, because it formed a new high, which could be a lot better than... So yeah, that was that. Let's take a quick look at something else over here. I got the pi cycle up. Where is it? Over here. So I've been sharing this in my channel, on my videos, the pi cycle. We've been below it right now. I just want to kind of look at what's going on with this. We have, in some cases, seen Bitcoin's price come below the pi cycle, and then it's shot back up again. It's remained bullish. Here's a fine example right here, right? So we've got this section right here where we was below the pi cycle. So in some cases, you can fall below it in an uptrend and still be bullish. Let's take a look at the past. I will discuss this one in a second. Let's have a look at 2017, because I've been using this as an example in the past. So look, we finally break up. We got the price action going between the green line and the orange line. For those that knew, the pi cycle calls the tops. When the orange line crosses with this green line, it marks like a line right down. You can see it's faint. I usually have it pink, and it calls the top, pi cycle top, and this is the top of the cycle. This is when you know when to sell all your money and make massive gains. But right now we're looking for price action is falling below the line. How bad is it? What can we expect? So right here I'm seeing price action underneath. It came straight back above again. This is on the daily time frame, so it took it was about 7 or 8 candles there. It took a week to come back up. Right? What else have we got? We've got some price. Oh, hold on, let me move the chart. We got some price action over here where we were down. You came above, fell back down for many days. You see, so there has been instances of the price being underneath. As long as we're holding relative candles around this orange line, I think we're fine. But what we don't want to see is this, right? And I got to show you, because this one is important. This one right here, because we saw a massive rally 2019, we saw a massive rally. We came up to this green line, then we broke this. It's weird because you're not supposed to use the pi cycle for this, but you can get insights, right? Broke this orange line, we came down, and then when it came back up, it tried to hit, it got rejected for the second time. We don't want that to happen. If that happens, it could be quite scary. Because look what happened after that, right? We got rejected, it tried to break above again, then just fell straight down. That was the C19 event. So right now, what am I hoping for? This on the pi cycle, where okay, we've got some candles underneath right now. We need to see it get above. We need to see it come back above this orange line and remain above. So right now, that orange line puts it about 60 $65,000. I've drawn the green line, $65,000. Well, 65,700. So if we can see price action come above this, this price icon, stay above it like this, then off and away it can go, just like, come up and do what it needs to do. So yeah, that was that with the price cycle. I had a few people ask me, update you on that, how I feel about it and stuff. We will see what happens, because I tell you what, if it doesn't do that and it comes up and gets rejected, like this, comes up and then gets rejected and rolls back over, well, it might not be that devastating. Maybe it just might be like, it comes up and then gets rejected again, and then that's what I'd expect. I'd expect a further drop if it does that, and maybe, who knows, might hold support around here, which at that point would be about $50,000. So we need to see it come above. That's what I'm saying, because then that looks similar to what happened over here, right? It looks similar to, where's that last one in here we go. It looks similar to this, where it just couldn't break above, and then eventually just rolls over and comes back down. So we will see what happens. Yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Was this helpful? Drop that like, give me a subscribe. I don't want to scare anyone. I just want to prepare you for what could seriously happen in the future. If you're here in crypto and you want to stay in crypto long term and make money long term, you have to be prepared for this, right? This one is the important one. It really is, because this talks, it speaks of a mad crash in the future like you've never seen before. So damn powerful that it can bring Bitcoin's price right back down to here, 3K, which is mad to think, $4,000. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.